Afternoon, guys. Mount Kid here, coming to you again. How's everybody doing? Hope everybody's well on their end. Um, well, it's Friday, so and as you all know, back again for another thought slash recap on the latest episode of Korra. Uh, we are 3 episodes down to book 3 comes to an end, and it's just so alarming to me that it's this season is already done. It's nearly over. It's really weird to me. Just I scratch my head a lot for it. And this episode really kind of felt like the season really kind of kicked off in a sense. This episode really was a little bit of an eye opener. I was very more impressed at this episode than the past couple episodes. Um, but of course, this is episode 36 of the entire series, as well as episode 10 of season 3, titled "Long Live the Queen." Uh, as you all know, it's streaming on Nick.com and things like that, so you could just go there. You don't usually I would put a link in the description if you can't find it, but it's on Nick, so you could just go there. Uh, but the the basis of the episode is we saw Korra and Asami get captured by the Earth Kingdom, Earth Queen's forces, and were getting ready to be taken back to Ba Sing Se. On their route to Ba Sing Se, Asami shows off just how good she really is, and especially when it comes to airships and engineering. And I really like this episode a lot because it showcased how good Asami is, as always, and she's able to get free, get Korra free, and they are able to break out of their captives. However, um, Korra uses maybe a little too much of her airbending or her abilities, and she crashes the airship into the desert. But Asami is able to fix the ship right back up. Unfortunately, they meet which I'm calling the sand shark pretty much because that's what it looked like to me, um, and just destroys the ship. Meanwhile, with Mako and Bolin, Zaire takes them to the Earth Queen just to use them, and they get put into jail. Uh, but it was kind of funny seeing Bolin actually kind of talk with Zaire's friends and his group. It was kind of funny. Once again, like I said, if there's one thing about this series that does make me a chuckle or a smirk is just Bolin. He can always make me laugh or do something like that. So it's always Bolin that usually um, helps. Uh, but back in the desert, pretty much, like I said, uh, Asami, Korra, and the rest of the crew of the ship, they have to work fast to make like a makeshift uh, sand, you know, sand sailor or whatever, just to get away from this sand shark. That's what I'm calling it, a sand shark. It looked like a sand shark. It was pretty, and it just kept coming after them. It reminded me a little bit of Tremors, except that it wasn't a worm. Uh, Lynn, she's able to find the kid's jeep and radio Korra's dad and Zuko, King Zuko, and tell them to rendezvous. Uh, but once word gets back that they escaped from Korra and the game escaped, the queen uh, orders them to send out another airship, but Zaire actually was hearing it, and that's when he starts to change the rules. And boy, does he change the rules and the set of the game really, really, really serious. He literally sucked the air out of the Earth Queen, and I'm assuming he killed her because ain't no unless he sucked enough air out that she just passed out. But from the way they segued that scene, looked like he literally killed her, and then he went on the radio and said that her reign is over. So I'm looking at that like, whoa, okay, all right. He's really kind of living up to that monarch that he said he doesn't like, rulers and monarchs and stuff like that, and he'll do any means necessary to take them out. And looked like he did that. Um, and now Ba Sing Se is pretty much in utter chaos now. Riots starting. Kind of reminds me a little bit of in a sense, when there's no order, you know, all chaos just goes into fluctuation. Um, and Zaire now he pretty much told Bolin and Mako, you know, he's gonna basically use them to bring Korra to him. Uh, and Korra catches up with her dad and Lin and all them and tells them, basically, they tell her what's going on with the queen, and she knows, this is just the beginning. So it's like, okay, it's the beginning, but there's only 3 episodes left. Um, as always, guys, I will give my overall review thoughts on the entire season, as I always do for Korra. But this episode really kind of is the beginning of like, okay, it's shit just got real. Uh, but other than that, it was good. I mean, Asami shined great. Uh, Bolin made me laugh. So 2 for 2. Um, 2 out of 3 ain't that bad for me. So I have no really too much complaints. Just that this episode really should have came earlier into the season or something like that, quicker than once again the whole jumping from one mission to this mission to that mission. It's kind of weird because now it even looks like the focus is not even on the airbenders anymore. You see where I'm going at with that? It's like it's jumping. This book just jumped from one objective to another objective without even completing the objectives. So it's really kind of screwy. This season has been really screwy, and you cannot deny that, guys. It hasn't been really screwy from the get go. This Forget the whole jumping from TV to streaming. Just the overall season just has been really screwy, and you can't deny that. But for this episode, "Long Live the Queen," really intense, uh, and it just showed you, okay, Zaire's not playing. He's living up to that monarch. But that's just my thoughts on the opinion. It's just my opinion on the subject. You guys tell me what you thought about this episode, and I will catch you guys next time, as always. So, other than that, I want to tell everybody enjoy the weekend. Uh, if you are going to see that movie, then enjoy it. Not me. But other than that, guys, peace, one love, stay tuned, keep it real, guys, as always. The Omni-Geek High Lord is out, and he will see you guys next time. Take care.